another stream inside of the city. Probably going to carry on with a house or something today. This house is complete, as you can see. I actually really like this, and I'm glad I've actually like got back to building a new house on here. Now I was talking to Ant and them the other day, and what I'd actually like to do in the future with this map is I'd actually like to I'd actually like to get this map, put it onto a memory stick, put it onto the PC, and then I'd like to edit the map and cut the city part off of the map. So you know, like all the rest of the city, which should be like all the skyscrapers and stuff. I'd like to keep the skyscrapers on a separate map, so like keep the cut half with just the skyscrapers. So I could like, because obviously we spent some time building into this map. But then what I'd like to do is make everything outside of Park Drive and the houses go flat, and then I'd like to basically redesign a new city outside of Los Ashlees, well, outside of Park Drive, like remake a new city, because I'm not, you know, theoretically not being funny or anything like that, but when you get into the industrial area and the skyscraper area, there is a lot of things what are uneven and a lot of roads what don't match up. And the Park Drive area is like probably one of the nicest places, and some of my like most favourite buildings are in this area. But it's a shame to kind of have only this part of the map looking so nice, like grass on the gardens, and you know, like if you wanted to fix up the skyscraper area, you'd have to do a lot of like tearing down buildings and widening footpaths. And the thing about that is there's still actually some good skyscrapers in the skyscraper area, in the city area. There's like good stuff what you don't want to tear down, but they're like sort of sitting on uneven footpaths and uneven roads, and the only way to make that footpath even would be to like knock the building down and move it back, or move it to the side, or move it forward. And it's just, you know, it could be done, but it would take a lot of hard work, and it would be remembering what some of these buildings all the way over here looked like. For example, like this footpath here is 3 wide, and then like same at this side, the footpath's 3 wide. But then when you come down here, the footpath's 5 wide. Like, now I'm not saying like having different sized footpaths is a bad idea, but when you've got one side of the road what's 4 wide, like say this is 1, 2, 3, look, and then you come to this side and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you get what I mean. That's where it's a little bit more, like if all this road was 5 wide, and then all this road was 3 wide, without having one side, without having like the left side of the road 3, and then the right side of the road 5, if you get what I mean. And there's just a lot of mistakes, there's a few like uneven buildings, and there's a few things I'd like to have a crack at and build again, to do them a little bit better. I'd like to detail things a little bit more like we've done in the housing area, but kind of do it with the, you know, kind of do it with the skyscrapers, you know, put detail into them again. Like this area is beautiful. Like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. You see, even this is 4 though. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, like this is 4 as well. But like, remainder of some of these buildings are actually really nice. Like, I don't want to have to take them down. Like, I like this. I'm just on with Ant. I don't want to take this down. I mean, this is probably the best skyscraper building I've ever built. But because like, so what I'm saying is if I could just trim the city off and put this skyscraper area onto another map, and then put Park Drive onto another map, and then have the whole outside of Park Drive blank to start constructing a new city. Bearing in mind, I'd still do the city in the same format as this. I'd still have the big river and the bridges, and I'd still have the skyscrapers at the other side of the river, and I'd still have, like, you know, this side is kind of like all the shopping centres and stuff like that, but I'd try and do it a little bit more better and more sort of, you know, realistic, if that makes sense. So we have like road sizes even. I'm not just talking about footpaths. Like sometimes, like say this road length's 43, then a road down there which is meant to be the same size might only be 41 because either me or somebody who was doing the road at the time obviously made the mistake. And you know, because the Park Drive area of the map's so nice, it would just be good to have the rest of it looking so sexy. And you know, sort of like, you know, it's kind of like embarrassing. Like I don't want to film scenes in Park Drive in the city area because there's like a lot of bad stuff.
It's got a thing for saying, you know.
So that's sort of my general idea. But maybe one day we could make that happen. Maybe one day we could do some form of editing. That's why I'm leaving the city for now and just working on the housing area. You don't know. You thought I was going to say, you know, then. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and, you know, oh, crying out loud, I said it. Jesus, let's go down here and make a start a little bit more at the high school. Now, I want to go ahead and take this building down, this green building here. And I want to build something a little bit newer, because what we've got at the moment is a little bit too small, if you're with me. And I'm not keen on that, because I don't like it, and I find it a little bit, you know.
You got that gate again, Thomas. I'm going to kick your fucking teeth back of your throat. It's bedtime.
I don't really like it, so... no difference, but your school looks like
You want to hurry up?
Lol. Oh, no offence. Yeah, it's alright. Amir built it along with Sid, but I think Sid didn't really get a chance to do anything with it much because Amir was...
Amir can't build for shit.
I mean, I know Sid wouldn't have done something like this. I mean, if you've seen some of Sid's buildings, he's built like the full-scale Titanic. And like, I'm literally meaning like, as the Titanic looks. And he even did something with redstone on a copied save of the Titanic. So when you like pull a lever, the ship actually splits in half like it does on the movie when it sinks. I don't know if you guys ever knew that, but he did something with redstone and he made like half of the ship split in half. So I don't have a clue how he did it, but Amir is a better builder than you. I doubt it. Well, I mean, everybody has to learn, don't they? I mean, at one time a day, Martin, I would have probably built something exactly the same as this, ran downstairs and got my nan to come upstairs and look at this. To say like, look how good this school is, what I built. You know what I mean? And right now it's probably exactly the same for Amir. Like, he probably built this and thought it looked sick and looked great in this world. But people improve with the building skills. And that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. So guys, if you remember me saying in a stream yesterday, I went to the bank to do something at the bank, and when I was coming back, you guys know that I saw one of the lads who usually like goes out to the pub with us on a Saturday. Well, he doesn't always come. But you know, he started coming quite regular. I've known him for quite a while, and I've rode motorbikes with him before. And you know, he asked how I was and asked me if I'd be out tomorrow night, which you know meant tonight. And I said I wasn't sure because you know I wasn't sure on the cash flow. And I said to you guys that if I come back home and I'm making a stream, I'll be either telling you guys whether I'm going out or whether I'm staying in. And the truth is, guys, is I'm actually going out. Now, where I went out for a day out today, I didn't actually get anything. Now, I was tempted to buy a really cool, like, Bluetooth speaker. Like, it was a proper, like, it was quite big. No, I'm not talking like a little mini, cheap Bluetooth speaker. It was quite big. It had all disco lights and, you know, like, a built-in section for like, a USB stick. But if I'd have got it, then I wouldn't have been able to go out tonight for a few drinks with the lads, some of the lads. And I enjoyed it so much last week, speaking to people who I haven't spoke to since school. Like, you know, like just seeing people and going like, oh, what you doing now? What job you doing? Like, are you driving yet? Type thing. Like, you know, oh wow, you know, like, you know. So I said I'd tell, you know, I said I'd say it on the stream that whether I was going or not because I wasn't sure. And like I say, I didn't get anything on my day out. So, and I got given some money for the day out, so I didn't spend it. So I thought I'd put it towards going out later. So there's no like clubbing vlog or anything like that. There's like nothing in that sense happening. Nothing to record. There's no point recording in the clubbing drift because there's nothing exactly really special what happens. Like it's just a normal like music night with, you know, supported DJ, which I think is just paid to play there every week, and you know he just does weekend dance anthems. Really nothing, you know, plays a bit of R&B, hip hop, plays a bit of dance, and you know just till early hours of the morning. Nothing really, nothing really that you would call, you know, that interesting. Nothing worth making a clubbing year episode out of it. You know, but we do have something absolutely massive coming up for clubbing year, and I can't wait to make the video about what it's gonna be. But you know, you guys, I did tell you in the stream what it's gonna be. Yesterday, but obviously I'll be making a proper video as I do for the series, which I can't wait to obviously make. And guys, I'm going to be attending the Retro Beach Festival in August up in Redcar. So if you guys don't know what it is, it's a huge festival on the beach. They actually have what's called the Kid Stop Festival the day before, which is like, I think it's like hardcore and hard styled music, a bit like Clublandy type stuff the day before. As far as I'm aware, I'm not completely sure, but you know, they have that the day before, and then literally the day after they have what's called the Retro Beach Festival. And basically at this like festival on the beach, there's food tents, beer tents, fairground rides. There's literally loads of stuff. There's like loads of like little stands selling like glow sticks and inflatable like retro signs. You know, like a sort of balloon what has the retro symbol in it and stuff like that. And it's a huge festival what goes out throughout the day. It's just one day, and basically starts like morning, and there's just people, you know, old school musicians such as Alison Limerick, who does Where Love Lives, people like K-Class, and you know there's just different musicians all throughout the day with like all the stalls, tents, shops and rides. And then obviously like it goes through till night, which is like obviously like you know, obviously like I'd say around 11 at night. Maybe even a bit later with it being retro. Like I know Tidal Waves was more for kids, so they stopped it at 11. But I'm pretty certain like retro might go on a bit later, with it being like this has probably been like one of them over 18 festivals. And basically I got told that if I save up the cash, then I can go. But the reason, the reason I obviously wanted to go, and you know, I obviously will save up. And the reason, you know, they're doing so much for the festival as well. They're doing a CD giveaway. They're doing signed CDs by Paul Taylor, with like Mark Plum on there as well, and they've selected like 15 of the finest retro tracks and stuff like that. And if you go into the festival, you can like enter in the giveaway, and you can win. So there's so many copies. I think about 200 copies of the CD, and you can be in with a chance to win it. And like I say, I think it's signed by Paul Taylor, and basically you can go ahead and try and win the CD, and it should be like quite good. They're doing a lot of interactive stuff, and the ticket's only 25 quid, believe it or not, which for a full day in a festival isn't actually that bad. That's just for a general ticket, no VIP stuff, just a normal general ticket to go and just see the music. So I'm getting exam results next week. Oh, hope it goes well for you. Hope you passed and got A stars, which is good. Hope that works out for you, and hopefully you get some good results in there. But so yeah, like I say, guys, that's something huge to look forward to in August. It's like the week before I go to the Isle of Man. That was literally why I didn't think I would be able to go to that, because it's the week before the Isle of Man. But now I'm actually going to save up and go, because the Retro Beach Festival, Yokohama, is obviously probably going to be the biggest thing we're ever going to go to. Like, we're talking like oh, I'm building a new one. I'm putting a new building here. There's probably going to be like over like 5,000 people going to this. Like, this is massive. They do it every year as well, as far as I'm aware. I don't think it's always in the same place. I've never really looked into it, because obviously last year I was 18, and I only sort of just really not discovered about clubbing, but I only really sort of started going, and I didn't like have a lot of stuff liked on Facebook to like find out stuff like that. And I only sort of knew of the big places like Creamfields through like parents got used to go and stuff like that. And obviously I used to know about Tall Trees, but that shut down. So I didn't really know what was about, and obviously I only sort of just started going. It'll actually be about a year since I started going clubbing. Actually, it'll be a year next month. And the first ever person I went to see actually was I actually went to a Prodigy gig before I was actually 18. But my friend who looked older snuck to the bar and got me a beer. Which was quite cool. But since I was actually, like that was more of just a gig at the spa. It wasn't, I wouldn't really call it what you would call a club. So the first ever club person I went to go and see was actually Darren Styles and Entrance. And this whole clubbing year thing, well, this whole me going clubbing only started by mistake. I didn't like plan it. We were literally just travelling on the bus, me and a family member, to Brid for a day out. And I saw a poster in a shop window as we went by on the bus, and I thought, is that Darren Styles? And we thought he must just be on at the spa or something, because I'd never really been clubbing before. It wasn't something I'd ever done, so I didn't know exactly where you would kind of go night clubbing in Brid or anything like that. And we thought he might just be at the spa, doing like a mix or something as like a thing. So we went to ask at the desk, and they didn't know where it was, and they said it might be at a club somewhere type thing. And then we decided to go back and locate the poster in the shop window. We read it. It was at Utopia, and that's when I started with Remix. And then it kind of began from there. I kind of went to that Remix, and I thought it was alright. And then someone even better than Darren Styles was going in September. Was it September? Yeah, September. Andy Whitby and Kelly Lorraine. So I thought I'd attend that one. And then that one went even better. And then that's just kind of how I got into the whole clubbing year. Then Mark Breeze was going next in December. There was 2 funky IB for anthems in October, which I decided to go to, and it just kind of picked up from there. I just kind of got into going. And if you guys are like thinking like going clubbing as such isn't just for the music, Like you people might think, like it's just for the music, but it's not just about that. You can actually like do a lot of socializing. You can make so many friends, and when you get into a club, you think it's going to be a place where, like, especially if you go to like a hardcore raving club, you expect it's going to be like, let's say a load of like let's say a load of like chav druggies who think they're all hard, who's going to try and start a fight on you. But most of the time it's just full of nice people who, just ask how you are, and if you're having a good night, and have a dance with you, and then you maybe buy each other a drink or something like that and have a little chat. And it actually can be a really nice atmosphere. Like, that's why, like, people always say, like, why do you go clubbing on your own? And I don't always go on my own, but usually the way I see it is I ain't gonna wait for somebody to decide they're gonna come. Like, say for example, like if an event comes up, I often like inbox a mate and say, this is happening at Brid on this date. Do you fancy coming? But like if I'm staying in a hotel or something, I never tend to book a hotel for him or anything like that. Like, I say he can come, but he has to sort out his own, like he has to sort out his own place to stay and his own travel, because, I have the feeling that it probably, that he might end up letting me down type thing, saying at the last minute he can't go. So I messaged them, and then if they say they can't go, I'm not bothered, I just go anyway. And I always get a lot of respect in the clubs for coming on my own. Like when we went to Paul Taylor at Yarm, I was waiting outside, I saw Mark Plum. I come all the way up from Driffield. He said, "Who you here with?" And I said, "Oh, you're just myself." And he literally just looked so shocked, and then, respect type thing. And then he even messaged me the next day and said, respect for coming all that way up on your own. But I don't see the point in waiting for people to decide they're gonna come, or they might say when it's like a few weeks before, like, oh yeah, I'll come, and then they'll suddenly get skint like the day before. But the thing is if you don't message them to say, are you still coming to this thing, they probably wouldn't even message you back. Like, that's what's so annoying about it. Like, they just leave it. Like, it's almost like when you message them in the first place, like, say, like 4 weeks before, it's almost like they know they're not going to go. They know that they can't make it, or they know that they're not going to have enough money to go, or they don't really want to go with me for whatever reason. But they don't say anything. But you can kind of almost tell, like, they wouldn't tell you that they couldn't make it. If they couldn't make it, they would just leave it. So you have to end up messaging them and saying, look, are you still attending this thing? And then they'll go, no, sorry mate, I'm a bit skint this weekend, but next time there's one, I'll come. But then they don't, you know what I mean? So I always think it's better to just go on your own, get out there, meet new people, and don't sit around and not go anywhere because no one wants to go with you. That's obviously like a daft idea, because then you'll just sit in and never go anywhere. When obviously if you go on your own, you get out there, you get in the crowd and the music, you meet different people. And through my clubbing experience, I've met sound people. So lad, I'd never go by myself. It would be boring. It's really not though once you get inside, Martin. Like, it may seem a bit boring at first, but the amount of people what you can like come up to and talk to, and you know what I mean, type thing. Like, it may seem quite boring at the time. Like when you think of going on your own, like before you go, it may seem quite boring. But when you actually get there, because depending on what the night is, usually if it's like good atmosphere type thing, then like usually nothing to worry about. There's usually like sound people to meet up with. And you see, the thing is, going to the first one on your own kind of gets you people to go with the next time, if you know what I mean. Because people who go to these events are people who are mad on events and like want to keep going, if you get what I mean. So basically, you know, doing that is a lot sort of better in my opinion, like, because like if no one else goes, then you're just gonna miss out and sit at home type thing, and then it's just boring. Like then when you get older, you'll never want to go anywhere, and then like when you eventually have kids or something, and like they get older and they say, Dad, what did what they say, Dad, what did you do when you was younger, when you was a teenager? And I was like, oh, I didn't really do much. I would have liked to have gone to a few discos, but none of my mates went, and I didn't see the point going on my own. So, I didn't really do much, to be fair. All my mates were boring. Whereas me, if I ever had a kid, for example, and it asked me the same question, I could say, well, when I was younger, I did a lot of time online making videos, but then when I got old enough to go into the pubs and clubs, I was, out every weekend socialising, dancing in the music, and then they'd probably say like, who went with you? And then I'd go, oh, sometimes no one went with me, but I still went because you meet new people. So it doesn't really bother me going on my Todd. Just trying to find a high school design. Not succeeding at the moment. That high school looks good. But it might be a bit big for our area, like, we're being close to the football pitch type thing. Like, say for example, like, because this is the building here, look. Because of the football pitch, it's going to come really close to it. So we're not going to have to start the building till a little bit further back. But we should be good. But I don't think I want to use that building. It's not angled in the right place for us. That's not a too bad high school. Looks like a pretty newly built one. Oh my god, it's 4 minutes past 9 already. Yeah, I'm meant to be going out at 10, guys. Virgin Media came round today and fade. Ooh, fair enough. Not sure when our internet gets changed, actually. I know that the deal's been made with the guy who came round, but I don't know, like, I don't know if ours gets cancelled while, like, the one, I don't know if the one we're with now gets cancelled while the new one gets fitted, if you get me. Not sure what happens that way. Not sure if they just, like, keep our... All we got told is don't cancel our internet, who we're with now, until my dad gets these emails. So whether, like, the emails come now, you know what I mean? Like, well, then you won't be lagging out anymore, will you, Martin? If it's faster than Ant's internet.
How can it be faster than mine today?
Don't know what he says.
I'm on 200 meg broadband.
Yeah, he's on 360 meg. Apparently.
Okay, hang on.
Is 3 times faster than Ant's internet. Oh yeah,
How
guys.
can it be 3 times faster when when I'm on 200 now?
I don't
It's
know.
only a bit faster.
Oh yeah,
Fuck's
guys. There
sake,
was
man.
something I nearly did get today, actually.
That's the
Now,
Irish in you.
I don't know if any of you guys, Ant might have heard of a shop called Max Protect, is it?
What?
Like
Never
where
heard
you
of it.
go and get like photos printed off
Max Spielman.
or something like that. No, well, I said might be getting it. Oh, he can hear you. I think. Oh no. Yeah,
Is that a threat to rabbits?
yeah, you know them the where you like get the photos printed off. Well,
Like
if
school,
you
mate.
guys don't know, about 3, 4 weeks ago, we had a quiet week at work, and I had like a day where not much happened. So I decided to like completely like you know unplug everything, take everything like more or less out of my room, and like vacuum the whole thing, and cable manage the wires a little bit better. And basically, when I got it all done, I knocked the clock down off my wall, and it made a bang on the floor, obviously, and the battery came out. Since I put the battery back in, the clock's been sticking, so I've not been having it on the wall. And I'll tell you, I'll tell you a truthful thing here. When
Ah,
since the clock's not been on the wall, it's surprising how much I must have looked at it when it was on the wall. Like, because when I had it on the wall, I didn't. Oh yeah, bye. I didn't sort of realize that I was looking at it as much. But then when it wasn't there, I realizing how much I'm missing it and how much I keep going to look at the clock and then realize it's not there. So in this picture shop, you could get your photo printed onto a clock. So I thought, you know what, we'll get an MC Noble logo onto a clock and have an MC Noble clock. So, you know, I you know, you know what I mean? So I, said how much is it for a clock? And he said £90. 90 quid to get a picture off your phone onto a clock, which is about the size of the clock I used to have up on the wall. Like, and a small clock was like 50 quid for the smallest clock. I don't know if like that's a good price, but I thought it was a absolute effing rip off. And that's me telling you how it goes. Like
fucking rip off.
that's
Fucking.
literally me saying it how it is. I personally thought that was dear for a clock. So I didn't end up doing it in the end. It was a tenner for the mugs, and phone cases were 14 quid. But you can do phone cases with your own pictures on for 3.99 on eBay. Like off of eBay, like online basically. So I thought to myself, it's pointless. So I just ended up leaving it. But you know, it's all about really saving the cash for going out tonight, if I'm honest, because if you guys aren't old enough to go out or you don't go out for whatever reason, it's not cheap going out. Like, let's say you can soon spend a tenner just by having 2 drinks. Like, literally, like 2 pints and you've practically spent a tenner. Like, well, pints are about 3.25 a go. So by the time you've had 2 of them, you're sort of round the 7 quid limit. And before you know it, you're becoming low on cash. And same with like shots. Like if you want Jaeger bombs, they're like they're not cheap. They're not what you think. They're like quite dear for a Jaeger bomb. They often do like 3 for a fiver, but then you think like you do 3 for a fiver. I know it's 3 Jaeger bombs, but then that's like another fiver gone. Like, and before you know it, you're soon like getting low down. And then you want more drinks, but you also need a bit of cash for in the week as well. And you soon end up like, like it's easy when you're at a pub to almost blow 40 quid in like a couple of hours. Let's just say that way. Especially if like a mate buys you say a Jaeger bomb and then you buy him one back type thing, or you buy your mate a Jaeger bomb first. your mate's just 20p short for a pint or something, and you say, oh yeah, here's 20, here I've got 20p, or sometimes you give someone a quid and say go and put some decent music on the jukebox, and before you know it, your wallet's getting lighter and lighter, so you've kind of got to have quite a decent amount of cash to go out with in the first place, before you even, buy your drinks. You've got to kind of be prepared, and that's pretty much, why I didn't really get anything today, because, even if I'd have spent a tenner, that's like, if I'd have spent a tenner today, and then that would have been a tenner less tonight, so that would have been like another two, maybe even three drinks that I couldn't have had tonight, if you know what I mean. Like, that's at least another 2 pints and a shot that I couldn't have had. So, like, you've got to think, like, you've kind of got to think, like, and I didn't have that much anyway. Like, I don't have that much anyway, so, like, I wouldn't really be able to have many, but spending that tenner, I would have then had even less, if you get me. So, little tip there if you do go out to, even just to the pub, or even like for a meal and have a drink with a meal. They're not cheap. If you want to have a couple of beers, you are looking at sometimes spending near enough a tenner, which, is a bit of a rip-off, really. But saying that, my granddad remembers when he used to only pay a quid for fish and chips, and now you pay like nearly a fiver for one portion of fish and chips, and that's without your gravy or your mushy peas. They come as extra.
You don't have fucking gravy on fish.
No, but you know what I mean, like, because they come extra. Actually, I know someone what does have gravy on fish.
Oh, fuck that, no.
Well, not
The last
like,
thing you know.
not fish, like scampi. Like, I don't
That's
mean
even
like
worse.
cod or haddock. Yeah.
You don't have gravy on scampi? What fucking world do they live in?
Why not?
Oh no. That's
Could,
fucking disgusting.
couldn't you do that?
No, I fucking couldn't.
Oh, dear me. Oh, yeah.
Fish does not go with gravy. Never has.
It's alright. My, I think last week, my granddad put gravy on lasagna.
Oh my god.
Could
That's
you do
even worse.
Could you? I thought that at the time, It's because I think we had some at the day before with it, and we just didn't quite use all the gravy up. So he said, give it here, I'll put it on my lasagna.
Oh no.
But that's not something I could do. And then he looked at me real surprised. Don't you want any gravy, Ash? I was like, I don't, not on lasagna.
No.
No, I couldn't. Saying
Gravy's
that
for
though,
meats. That is it.
he'd probably have gravy on anything. He'd probably dip his slice of pizza in gravy if he could. Because he was brought up with gravy. He'd probably
I'd
dip
rather
his biscuits in gravy.
not long now till I beef it. Let's go.
Where you seeing that on a Instagram?
No, somebody that I know.
Oh,
Load of lads. Good job, beefer.
I was gonna say I told you about that, like, sponsor advert what created itself, and I ended up getting loads of Instagram likes on it. That was a picture about a beefer.
Lauren Jones, you're such a fucking retard.
You can say that again. Shout out to Lauren
Lauren
Jones in the
Jones.
stream.
That's Jamie's girlfriend.
Oh, sugar. I thought you were just on about someone what lived near you.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't rip my head off.
Give him a can of fucking monster, it'll be alright.
Yeah, bro, you know. Oh, wow. I can't believe that just happened, you know.
Oh my god.
I literally thought you were literally on about someone who you knew.
Oh my fucking god.
What? What now?
72 firefighters tackle a blazer to a block in London's flats. Another fucking tower block's gone up.
Are you sure it's another or
Yeah,
not?
in Bethnal Green. Yeah,
Really? Well, share it to me.
hang on.
I want to see
I
this.
can't share it.
Why not?
Because I ain't got a share button on my
It,
PlayStation.
oh, is it not through Facebook though?
No. Well, it is on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Share it on Facebook,
Hang on, Ash.
because
It's been a cunt.
then I can show
If
my
I'm getting
granddad
angry
it.
with it,
That's all.
I will do when I get back to it.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
sound. It's just it probably would interest him.
Share, share, share. Share the message. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, there we go.
I'll get a ding in a minute.
To Ashley Nable.
Yo, yes. Are you ready?
I just sent you in about fucking 3 days. Not Ashley Whittaker.
Oh well. I can't even be bothered, guys. No. Who sent me a friend request? Who's Mark Mansion?
Fuck knows.
Kaylee Hodgson. That rings a bell.
Send it to Ashley Whittaker again.
Nah.
Fuck off.
You like this Ashley Whittaker, don't you?
There's my cousin.
Oh dear.
Right.
It's time to get down.
Some cunt's playing some fucking music and I'm gonna go and cut the wires in a minute.
What music is it?
I don't know what I can hear. Do. Come on, you stupid wank PlayStation.
Ha! That was quite funny actually. Who needs Retro Beach Festival tickets? I have the last lot of discount standard VIP tickets, Middlesbrough area. Fire me an inbox and I'll let you know.
Who's playing music?
Oh yeah, I commented on this, didn't I?
Upstairs.
I think. Hey up, I got it now. Yeah, I'm sure I commented on it.
No, you fucking didn't.
think I did. I thought I.
Well,
Oh
there's no
yeah,
comment to you.
yeah, I did comment. No, not yours. Someone else. A girl
Another
who's
fire.
a girl who.
Another block of flats has gone up in London. You know, in a minute, I'm going to take this PlayStation outside. I'm going to fire it at the wall.
No, you wouldn't do that.
I fucking would, Ash. Don't tempt me, mate.
You won't. I bet you won't.
I will.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
Fucking hell, man. I'm sure that's where Pig works. Yeah, second tire block's gone up in flames. Go. There's got loads of people around there, has he? Or is he showing off to his niece? Or is he showing off to his niece that he's got a decent stereo that he hasn't got? I'm just going to terrorise him with mine. Okay.
Put it this way, it's good to wear golf newborn baby. Or it wouldn't be with my neck in it.
Why is it everybody walks in my way when I'm trying to look at something? There's nothing here about it. No? There's nothing on here about it.
Oh, where to?
That's the battle stairs.
Auntie.